Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, March 23rd, 2020 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I expand through right action. What I mean by right action is being in alignment with our I am energy, with the actions that we take. So today we just had this Saturn shift. Now Saturn is adjusting to Aquarian energy. So it's at 0 degrees for a little bit. So we're just in this adjustment period in regards to purpose and responsibility and like feeling through the vibrations and feeling where we are in regards to vibrations and what vibrations we're putting out there. Meanwhile, we're building to a new moon in Aries early on Tuesday morning, 2:28 a.m. Pacific time is when we have the new moon in Aries. And this new moon is really fascinating to me in light of what's going on. This new moon is happening at 4 degrees Aries. 4 degrees, revolution, evolution. We do have the rebel card and the change card in today's cards. But even more so than that, what I'm looking at is the fact that this new moon is happening almost right exactly with Chiron in Aries. So I usually do a patron new moon gathering, and it will happen, and I always set a group intention, and then people can leave their intentions. And when I was looking at this astro, I was like, group intention, right action, right alignment for healing, to me, is this new moon energy. Where do we need to take action in our lives to align with that I am, to align with the healing lessons that we have around our I am energy? Like I've been saying, I do believe there is a deeper spiritual purpose to what's going on, regardless of the theories of why this is happening. There is a spiritual purpose that's trying to push us deeper into ourselves at this time and to what we came here for. So what is your aligned action for healing? Holding space for that as we build into the new moon and even through the new moon, I think will serve everybody, right? Because healing is definitely what we need. I also want to just take a look at this lung piece. Lungs represent grief in Chinese medicine. And I think working with emotions is not something that Aries always likes to do. Aries is like, okay, I felt the thing, let me move on past it. And so my feeling is that regardless of how you're being affected right now, if you can take some time, ask your body, hey, if there's any grief that needs to be processed at this time or is ready to be processed at the time, I am here and I am available. Taking this time, if you have time, to honor that, I feel like will be part of that aligned action for healing at this time. And I gotta show you. It's funny that I have these cards. I have the mind in reverse and I have morality in reverse. Don't get caught up in the shoulds, what you should do. If you have a different thing going on, in regards to what your right action for healing is beyond what I've said, by all means, I am not shooting on you at all. Do the thing that feels right for you. But don't get too caught up in your mind and overthinking it. This does feel like it needs to be a deeply felt process as part of the alignment. And I do feel like it will be free. That being said, we have the moon in Pisces through most of the day, helping us go deep into the feelings, be willing to feel through. Now, this moon in Pisces is connecting to like all of the Capricorn. We have a connection to Jupiter, Pluto, and Mars before the moon shifts into Aries at 5:58 p.m. So take it easy through these things. Again, remembering this Capricorn energy that's still holding the space is, well, the Pluto's still deconstructing. But Jupiter and Mars are helping us reconstruct a new foundation, a new structure, a new way of being in the world. So keep that in mind. Use your intuition and let your feels move through so you don't have any of that old, grief as part of your foundation. I had the clinging to the past card yesterday. It's time to let go of that so we can step into this next. So moon into Aries, 5:58 p.m. May feel really like slow, quiet, void of the moon before then. But with the moon kicking into Aries, our emotions are going to join this Aries energy. Again, impatience, frustration. I know today I was definitely feeling stir crazy here. And then I did a yoga practice with Katie from Pleasure Point Yoga in Santa Cruz. Oh, I miss Santa Cruz so much. I posted it on my Facebook page. There were some technical glitches on it, but oh my God, just sinking in shifted that energy for me so much. So if you find yourself doing that, what do you need to sink back into your body? That helped me. It doesn't mean that's going to help you, but if you are like feeling like restless, frustration, like I want to break free kind of energy, sink in deeper, and that will help you. Final thing is the moon in Aries connecting to Saturn. Saturn, newly in Aquarius. What is your I am vibration? Again, if you have time on your hands, this may be a time to sit down and connect in. Okay, who am I? What is my vibration? What am I wanting to bring forward right now through these changes that we're going through? What parts of myself are being called to be liberated? What parts of myself are being called to show up to help guide and lead? This is the Emperor card, so even though it's the Rebel here, the Emperor, how are you being called to lead and guide through these changes? Again, don't get too stuck up in your head or in your shoulds for this. The final cards I want to show you are the playfulness and the celebration card, and they're in reverse. And my feeling is with these, because these two extra cards jumped out after I was done, they were like, hey, don't forget the playfulness, don't forget the celebration in all this. I know it's stressful, I know it's hard, I know it's frustrating, I know it's scary, and I know that we're still walking in the fog, and that's confusing. And yet, hold space, leave room for these things, the celebration, dancing in the rain. Have you been dancing? Can you turn up the music? Fill yourself with good vibrations. In fact, try out that song from the 80s. Or Beach Boys. Hey, lots of good vibration song. Playfulness. How can you bring forth your inner child? I know this is particularly strong for feeling Virgos and Sagittariuses right now really need to work with this playfulness energy. Sagittarius is because Aries is your 5th house of the inner child and needs some play and some activity so it doesn't start, And for Virgos, Capricorn is the house of the inner child. And I'm adding one more, Libras. Are you guys playing? Time for some play. But for real, it's for everybody. So I'm leaving it at that for now. You can book a reading with me. I'm doing 20 for 20 just to help support you through this. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com for that. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you, and you do have the power. Namaste.